Hello everyone, welcome to Career School. As many of you already know, COVID-19 has changed the way many companies operate. Most of the tech companies started to ask their employees to work from home, and Amazon was no exception to that. I remember when we all started working from home from March 2020, and we all thought that this was going to be a short term thing where we would possibly do this for maybe a couple of months before everything goes back to normal. However, COVID was no joke. It took more than 1 million people's lives in the US only and has changed our lives forever. During this time, there were so many big and small issues in the tech world. The big ones that I can think of are the surge in tech stocks, great resignation, mass layoffs, and now return to office policies. As you may already know, many companies are currently grappling with the question of how and when to bring employees back to the office, and obviously, Amazon is no exception. Since March 2020, most of the employees in Amazon Corporate was told to work from home. This was to stop the spread of the pandemic, and everyone thought that this would be a short term thing. But we were wrong. It has been almost 3 years since we started doing this, and things are just not the same anymore. People got used to working from home, and although I think I work longer hours in this new environment, we can agree that there are a lot more benefits from this new concept as well. The first thing that comes to my mind is the commute. My commute was relatively short compared to other people, but there were colleagues who had to commute to their offices, which normally took an hour or 2 hours every day. In addition to the commute, there would probably be housing. People realized that they don't have to pay the premium of living inside a city for a shorter commute, and slowly moved away from it. This has made people live in bigger houses with more affordable prices. I can go on and on about the benefits, but these are some of the things that I can think of. At the same time, there were cons as well. People worked longer hours, felt burned out more, and some people just miss the human interaction. Well, whatever you prefer, Amazon is now saying that it is time for employees to come back to the office. On February 17th, Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, announced this return to office mandate on an internal note. He said that employees must come into the office at least 3 days a week starting from May 1st. He said that it is easier to learn, collaborate with one another, and build community when we all work from the office. I was a bit surprised about this announcement as Amazon was one of the companies who were selling work from home as a reason to join Amazon when Tesla announced the return to office last year. Immediately after the note, Amazon employees started talking about this news. People were not happy about it as their lives changed so dramatically during the last 3 years. For example, as I mentioned, there are so many people who now live far away from city centers. They may live in places where there is no Amazon office nearby, and so on and so on. People are saying that it is a waste of time to commute as it will take them hours to get to the office. Also, the teams are scattered at this moment that even if they go into the office 3 days a week, there will be no teammates to meet for better collaboration. With all of this being said, I was surprised to see an internal Slack channel with over 27,000 people in it asking Amazon to reconsider their new return to office policy. I think the leadership wanted to bring back the employees to the office for a while now. I think now for them was the perfect timing. Collaboration, learning from each other, and building community obviously are some benefits of working in the office, but if that was the main motive, there must have been an easier way than asking hundreds of thousands of employees to start coming back to the office. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't really mind going into the office. In fact, our team asks people to come into the office every Wednesdays, and most of the people do that. The only problem is that for me, I'm the only one who is working in Seattle in my team, and most of the other folks are in New York or somewhere else in the world. I think the motivation in announcing this now is because Amazon's stock price is not doing well, and the leadership team think that this new policy might be a good segue to turning that into a good signal for the investors. Also, it is a perfect timing because of the employee and employer dynamic. We know that during the Great Resignation, employers were willing to go the extra mile to hire and retain talent. This means that they would pay more and that employers would also offer work from home as some sort of benefit, and that they didn't mandate people to move to the city where the office is located, such as Seattle. But with the mass layoffs and with the more cost cutting measures to be placed in the future, Amazon now has a bigger bargaining power than before. I personally am somewhat jealous of those companies that offer benefit like free food, snacks, and more to encourage employees to come back to the office like Google and Meta. Because when I think about going back to the office, the cost of commuting and eating outside are probably going to be the biggest pain points that I see. Also, many people's lifestyle has changed since we started working from home, and I feel like less than 3 months' notice was not enough time for everyone to be settled based on the new mandate. There must have been ways to do this in a different phase approach, where we start to come back to the office 1-2 days a week and see what that looks like and go from there. I don't really know what will happen to this new mandate, as there are so many employees asking the company to drop the policy and keep advocating for working from home. Let me know what you think about this new return to office policy in the comment section, and as usual, thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you.